Here we go. Here we go. Welcome, everybody, to this exciting new episode. We got my friend Luis here by my right. It's going to be by your right. And this channel is going to be YouTube, of course. Um, how you guys doing today? Hopefully, you guys are following me throughout and everything. I'm really excited to have Luis here. How you doing, Captain?
Hey man, we're doing really good. Really excited once again to be with the fans and showing our perspective, not only in the movie world or entertainment world, but also any topic that they would like us to chime in.
Exactly. We got a lot of great things obviously going on, especially with Loki. We got Black Widow coming really soon. I think this Friday, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna talk over that too really soon. But of course, before we start on those topics, I'm just gonna show a couple of pictures because I'm really excited to talk about this little Spider Man No Way Home. Hopefully, we get that trailer soon. Really soon, obviously. Let me get the pictures out of the way. Let me see. I want to hear your thoughts, Luis. What do you think
Yeah,
about this toys? I'm gonna start with this picture first.
look at
What are
that
your thoughts?
beauty.
And maybe it could be spoilers. But again, it's gonna be a crazy exciting movie overall. Like, cannot wait to
In a way,
see what happens
yeah.
eventually.
In a way, Ricky, you're totally right. That could be some spoilers going on in terms of what can we expect. We see the Iron Spidey suit in a way, uh, in the middle, even though the logo is not as big as it used to be in Avengers Infinity War. But we see it right there, not only in the middle, but on the guest on the right hand side. But also, if you look on the Funko Pops, the one on the bottom, on the left side of the
This one,
Spidey mask, it looks
yeah,
like
strange.
he's either gonna do like a version of, let's say, I don't know, an Iron Man actual suit in the middle, or that could be something that Doctor Strange can be teaching Iron Man to be able to do, to be able to travel to the multiverse or anything like that. So a lot of theories that we can pull on this, just for the toy selection that they have released in terms of the merchandise wise. So
No
really,
doubt.
really excited.
No doubt. Of course, this is YouTube here, guys. Thank you. Eventually, this is our little channel. We're starting to grow our little YouTube channel because we started our page in Facebook. We're gonna try to move every content that we now have and own to the YouTube channel library as well. So right now, I'm just sharing this link on Facebook just in case eventually somebody tune in. But I know eventually you guys will. And again, speaking on this crazy pictures of toys, I'm gonna show you more because I know you mentioned the Doctor Strange one. And here we go. This is the one right here. It's crazy because you see obviously like Doctor Strange symbols and everything. It's crazy overall. I cannot wait to see what the hell is going on in here.
TikTok,
And
TikTok, man.
I don't know, man.
Your mind is
This,
running on Kevin Feige. We've been asking. I think I've been from the nerds. I've been the more voiceful of, hey, come on, man. Like TikTok.
yeah,
Like the
no, no.
clock is running now. We're about to be, and I think you posted it and said it really nicely, Ricky, when you said, that probably they're just gonna wait and give time for Loki to complete their season, and have Black Widow, which our good friend and fellow nerd Nick White was talking about in his own podcast as well, about how overdue this movie has been for Black Widow. So I think that they just want to wait until both releases are done and
Overall,
everything like
man,
that.
you are so right on this. And the crazy thing about this is just we're getting so much great stuff this week. Overall, like maybe we get a trailer, maybe we don't, maybe next week. But it makes sense to do it this week because we got that We got the NBA Finals and everything going on. It makes sense with because I know it's not only Disney; it's always Sony Pictures as well. But if I'm Sony, I will release a trailer this week. But if not, you will release a trailer on the Loki finale next week. Because maybe they want to have all the attention on Black Widow and not have people buzzing for Spider-Man and concentrate on the Black Widow movie. I guess so. They're actually thinking about that. But again, you don't know. It's a good way to market your movie, the trailer with another Marvel property like they always do. But overall, I'm really excited to see because I got so again we got more pops that we see here. Let's see, we got more pops. This is the gold version that eventually this could be the form, the last form in the half or second act, the third act of the movie. But I don't know when that could happen. But it looks awesome.
I love that one. The one in the
It,
middle, like you said, the black and
yeah,
gold.
man, I won that one.
That
You
looks
know,
pretty
have the
cool.
name.
I'm just waiting to see, at least something,
What is
some
the
footage
concept? I mean, what is the yeah? What it's
those
related to for
images,
sure.
Funko Pop, has been teasing us
Let me
with
show
this
you because I
little
know because
picture and
this is
merchandise.
a person that I follow on Twitter, Boss Logic. He does great animation art and stuff like that. So this is like the pop vinyl
I heard that
toy
this
that
is an
he
actual
did,
like
and
image. I think that I told you the other day from one
yeah,
of the
exactly.
images from that they released in terms of the merchandise. That I think is the Legends collection, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, it is in fact the actual not exactly probably, but at least has the main features in terms of the colors and how the suit apparently is gonna happen. So again, I cannot wait. Especially how Far From Home ended. And how this movie is
Yeah,
anticipated with all the villains and everything. I mean, it's going to explode when
it's
this
great.
trailer comes out.
And before we move forward, obviously, we got some news. I mean, some pictures. I know people are blowing out of proportion, but we got this image here. Another one from Bus Logic, but this time Hugh Jackman, the actor, sharing this picture, followed by this picture, another one meeting together. What I know it could be anything, it could be nothing, maybe a little meetup or whatever. But I'm excited to
And
see
then you share,
maybe
yeah,
he
and
pops
then you
up on
share it with us
multiverse.
in the group chat. And all I have to say is that I think it was when he was promoting Logan. They were interviewing him and saying, "Hey, are you sure you want to just retire and you don't want to continue the legacy of the Wolverine?" And he did say, and it's on record, that the only way that he will continue being Wolverine is if he was part of the MCU and part of the Avengers movie and everything like that. So at this point, it wouldn't surprise me Kevin Feige would have convinced him, give him a lot of moolah to reprise the role and continue being the Wolverine. But who knows?
Sorry, he's cutting off a
I
little
will
bit.
be more than happy.
Yep,
He is my favorite character in a way of all time, even beyond what it is Batman and Captain America, which I have been also voiceful. So I will be really happy if in fact he can, he stays as
it's
the
gonna be crazy
Wolverine.
overall. Like, but yeah, man, this week. So let's talk about before we move forward. Loki season, more Spider-Man news. When you gonna see this movie? Do you got a date planned for this movie? Are off day? When you gonna see this movie? Are you gonna buy a Disney Plus? Or are you gonna go to the theaters?
Probably, I don't know yet. I don't know. It's been so overdue, and right now, the more that they have pushed it, the more I feel like it's gonna disappoint me. I don't know if you're
You're
feeling the
right
same.
too. I feel that way.
I felt that. for being the first actual like first female movie.
Movie coming out.
It should have been way before than even Captain Marvel. And I think you said it, Ricky, on the Facebook page, or you commented somewhere else. That gives you that Captain Marvel feel
Yeah.
that sound.
And it's crazy because Nick thought I was talking about the female thing. I wasn't talking about the female thing at all. I was saying how it could disappoint us in a sense because I was expecting great things for Captain Marvel, and that movie disappointed me a little bit. But it doesn't have to do nothing with female. It's just the story.
No,
I
no,
just believe,
and I know what you meant. Yes, I
yeah,
know what you meant. And for me, like, unless something happens in terms of Loki that we don't know in terms of how it's going to affect, the timeline and all that good stuff. We already know what's going to be the end of Black Widow's movie at any point. It's going to end back in Avengers Endgame, and she pushing herself from Hawkeye and
yeah,
falling in. We already
no
know
doubt.
that
I
unless the multiverse change that in some way, miraculously, she's gonna continue from another timeline just like Loki is, and all the variants. It's we're just gonna see it because it was overdue. It's kind of like a, I don't want to call it like an introduction to the character or a story based movie, but in a way, we're dying to see because there's so many missing points and missing
so
information from Black Widow.
what I'm hearing about this movie actually mixed react. Yeah.
Exactly, and you said it. There's already mixed reaction in terms of
Mm-hmm.
what the movie is. So I don't know. I might see it. I
It's
might not.
it's
July 9th, but who knows?
I will because I don't want to get spoiled because I know people are gonna post stuff. So I guess I'm gonna. Yes, I know if like me and my wife are gonna buy it here and just whatever. I guess not to go to the theaters because, of course, we got the storm here from Florida. I don't think maybe we get rain or whatever, but by the ways, whoever's in Florida, Tampa, be safe. Have your stuff together really soon because it's gonna get. I mean, it always rain in Florida, but it's gonna get a little bit worse. This,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, be safe, guys. But overall, maybe this movie, I will see it maybe Friday. I will get tempted and I will say whatever, like let's buy this movie.
But are you gonna are you gonna pay the premiere access to watch it on Disney
The
Plus, or
premiere
are you gonna?
access, they're 30 plus. I know, man. It sounds expensive. It is expensive. It's 30 plus thing. I don't know how much is it in total.
No, I think it's roughly around that, but I don't know if they charge it automatically or it's you know put on the
Oh,
because
that's a good question.
I have
Oh, that's a
not
good
done the
question.
premiere access for any of the
I have to check
movies,
that out.
even Mulan or anything
Um,
else. So
oh, that's a good question. Thank you for that. I now have to check. Um, but let's go, man. But I'm excited to see what they do with this movie. Hopefully, they're gonna do some tie-ups. Kevin Feige, in an interview, he did said whoever watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier, there's a nice little nugget eventually for this movie explaining some details from a specific character. So I'm excited to see that too.
one thing is for sure is not gonna be USA again.
Yeah,
Will
unfortunately. It has to do with somebody else. I don't want to spoil it, but I heard it had to be the. I'm just gonna say it anyway because you know who she is because you
go
saw the
for it.
Falcon and
Go
Winter
for it.
Soldier. Is the lady? I forgot her name. Mrs. The one that she actually was recruiting. The U.S. agent. I forgot her name.
Oh,
Um,
who we think
I
it
think.
could be, Madam Hydra? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God,
she
what
is
is
the
her
one
name?
that maybe pops up, and
Okay.
because I know that the girl that's gonna be in the next Circle Black Widow is gonna be her sister. I think she's gonna be the new Black Widow, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, everything is setting up to be just like that.
Yeah, you know, have to see it. It makes sense because you know, like I know we all want Scarlett Johansson back, but it is what it is for now. Yeah, but man, let's move forward to the Loki. Oh, you. What are your thoughts on Loki episode 4? For me, it was awesome. So many great things I saw in that episode. Obviously, Mobius dying, that hurt me, that bugged me in a weird way. I'm like, oh, what? Did they kill him? No way. And then after that, Loki gets killed too. But obviously, we see the post credits. I want to see where the hell is Mobius. Where
For
the
me,
hell is
I don't
Loki?
consider it dying. I think that that little artifact that they reset you, like they call it. I think they send you to another like dimension in a way, or put you somewhere else, and that's what we see at the end of the mid credit scene when we see the visual and Loki appearing and watching four other variants finally. Classic Loki, Kid Loki, boastful Loki, and then your favorite character right now, Mr. Crocky.
Yeah,
There. So
Florida Loki.
yes,
The
a little
Florida
nod to
Loki.
Florida right there.
Yeah, man, this is crazy. I'm because I know I saw this picture earlier. And makes I was laughing because this is the episode that we're gonna see this Wednesday. Everybody's a Loki. Do you think Mobius is a Loki too?
I don't know.
Do
I'm
you?
just
What do you think?
intrigued, like who is pulling the strings.
Me too, man. We
Uh,
had to hit that mark now. It's time to
who's going to
show
be the new
who's.
bad? Yes, and hopefully we can find that answer right now in episode 5 instead of 6. At least at the end of the episode, like ta-da! I'm the bad guy. I'm the one pulling all the strings. Um, I even read somewhere that it could be just simply Ravona, pulling the strings and being probably in command in terms of being the one controlling everything. But something that interests me a lot, and I don't think they answer it in episode 4 is what was the big event that why Ravona at the beginning of the episode try to pull Sylvie from you know her present and try to take her to the TVA. What was that big Nexus event? So it's going to be interesting. This episode 5 is probably going to answer a lot of questions and probably create more
Yeah.
questions for us.
For me, this this episode, the way it started with Sylvie when she was little, the way she was taken was kind of weird. Then after that, she was. Then we lead to the conversation that Mobius and Ravonna having about getting the Lokis, where the Lokis, and we found out after that Loki is with Sylvie and Lamentus. They're crying, they're having a moment together. Maybe Loki's feeling in love with her, falling in love with her. So a lot of great scenes in there. Obviously, he feels something. I think she does a little bit, but she's not showing it. And then after that, you see a branch timeline. It's stronger. Many people are calling it love, or maybe it's something else. But yeah, Mobius and the TVA notice branch, and they get them out before Lamentus blows up, and they're now in the TVA. Of course, there's a lot of security guards with Sylvie. Loki makes a great joke. I'm like, what? Why so many security guards with them and not with me? I only got 2. That's so disrespectful. Of course, that's some Loki stuff that I enjoy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, great stuff overall. After that, we see the scene with where Mobius takes Loki. Loki takes to the time loop. He gets we see Lady Sith. A long time no see. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
see her in Thor: Love and Thunder, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Hopefully.
she's a great actress, of course. Beautiful as well. And the way she was hitting Loki every time was so funny. It took a minute. It reminds me of the Doctor Strange scene. with Dormammu
Dormammu.
doing the same thing in the time loop, time and again, time and again. Loki learns, and I don't know how many times it happens, but Loki learns something in that situation, and I guess he comprehend a little bit what's going on, and there's a message always for like this type of stuff. Um, and after that, I'm just going over the stuff that I remember, and then you go ahead and think. But overall,
Yeah,
after that,
after the time loop,
Mobius
you
started
know,
like
when time loop,
exactly,
it
and
went
Mobius,
pretty.
like the thing
Yeah,
is, then Mobius started to like ask him like, "What's going on in here? Why you don't let me interrogate Sylvie or the other Loki variant? She's getting a little antsy against Ravonna. Ravonna doesn't notice it. Mobius is a great he's a great talker, and he gets to this thing really good. He steals the phone and he switches for their own like Ravonna. He leaves it on the table. He gets it back. He's starting to notice that everything in the TVA is a lie, and that where we go from there is crazy. Because I'm just gonna go forward all the way to all the mess leading to the timekeepers, because of course Ravonna kills, not sure, but her guards kills Mobius. Hopefully we see him soon in the next episode or something. But yeah, we see the timekeepers, man. So much for the timekeepers. Um, Crazy, man. So much for this
yeah,
scene.
the robots.
It looks cool though. It looks awesome. Obviously, they're androids or whatever they were. But do you notice that they were laughing once they knocked up the one in the middle? They were laughing. That for me, that was the scene. They were laughing the whole way through. The other two ones, the other two keepers, they were laughing. At Sylvia, at Loki, I'm like, this is weird, man. But yeah, you mentioned earlier about Ravonna and connections. It's crazy. Stuff that's going on between her, and I know we talked earlier about Kang. So of course I saw this. Let me see the picture real quick. Anyways, I'm loading up.
Go, there's the man.
Let me take this one out. Yeah, let me get it again. So yeah, that's the crazy thing. In the episode, they mentioned she's A23, and the comic books, just in case, the reference Avengers number 23 features Kang the Conqueror, and also where she makes their first comic appearance. And I'm like, wow. Do you think the director did that on purpose? I'm like, maybe, I don't know.
Definitely.
Um, that's awesome stuff. That's really awesome
Any,
stuff.
I think that
Um,
anything that the directors do in terms of how they, in a way, introduce a character, especially if it is not within in terms of a specific storyline, they're gonna do that honoring on the comic books, in some sort of
then
form.
and
So
obviously we get this great scene at the end on the post credit scene. Let me see.
Ricky, what do
We
you
see
think
little.
about classic Loki and his costume? It looks so similar to the One Division Halloween episode
That's
when
awesome. Like
She Hulk dressed
overall,
like that.
so
Yeah,
cool. Everything. We got Richard Green. We got the kid Loki. Got Chile, Florida Loki, and then the other Loki. We're gonna get a lot of Lokis. Um, Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Overall, so excited to see this episode and see what happens. My theories, before I let you go on between your theories, it's just the villain. Hopefully, it could be referencing to Can the Conqueror, but I don't know if Marvel's gonna do that right now. They're just gonna focus on Loki. Maybe we get another villain and maybe it's another Loki that we haven't seen yet, or it's just get to know what's going on eventually. Um, but for me, my expectations is all the great things that we have, and this is where I'm going here. My I'm gonna show you here a little theory that I have. Obviously, my theory before anything happens afterwards. I believe Doctor Doom eventually is working with Kang, and this is gonna lead us to Phase Four, to Fantastic Four at the end, because I believe Kang the Conqueror could be the antagonist. I think you said this once. I don't know. And Doctor Doom will be the one that is leading the charge, because in the comic book, there's a variant in the comic books that Kang works with Doom. And by the way, Kang in the comic books is a descendant of Reed Richards as well. So there's so many great stuff coming that ties up to Fantastic Four as well.
I would not go as far as Doctor Doom. There could be a good possibility. Hopefully, you're right. Um,
I know I'm
but
stretching.
no, no, no. But me thinking the way that Marvel has done the first three faces, and how they selected that one big bad. I think that that's could be a possibility of how they go as well. That's why I have on my name tag, the Eater of Worlds, because I'm gonna keep going. For me, I think that
Yeah, I like this.
what was the biggest step um, in terms of who's gonna be that big bad, and I think that the for the time being the only like route is Galactus, but I agree with you with Doctor Doom. I think that he's probably working with Kang. I don't know if they're gonna, release it now in
No,
Loki.
no, no, not at all. They're gonna That's gonna show up in Black Panther or something like that, maybe.
Could be Black Panther too, but I wouldn't be more surprised if they do it, as a mid-credit scene for Ant-Man and the Wasp
That's
in
true.
Quantumania.
That's true. I like that one.
But I like your theory as well in terms of when can Doctor
You really
Doom
like that one.
show up with Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. That could be a nice possibility, having, the Atlanteans, with Namor battling, the Wakandas and, whoever's going to be Black Panther moving forward. Um,
Yeah,
and Doctor Doom, that
it goes so
missing
many
link.
ways, honestly. So many
So
ways.
I just want to know how they're going to, you know, make way for the Fantastic Four.
Step by step.
Exactly. So
I think they're gonna do it step by step. Just build it, just like they do with every movie. Build it. You remember how they built Loki on Thor 1, and then he appeared little post credit scene in I forgot what movie it was, but I think it was Thor 1 that he got to Earth or something. And so it was little by little that they released, and then
I think Ricky went away for just a moment. So I know where he's going. I think that we both agree on how they should introduce Fantastic Four. I think that now that Marvel has the complete movie control of Fantastic Four, for me, I just don't want Marvel to rush it. So that's the most important thing. We just want to, and I know that I'm not gonna say I speak for Ricky now that we have him back, but I think
yep,
that Marvel should take
and
this time. I think we had two failed instances, and I know that there's a phrase that we all know that the third time is a charm, and that's what we're hoping for because we need the first family. Now that Iron Man and Captain America. Let me take it back. Captain Rogers is not going to be with us. Who is going to be that leader for the Avengers and those new threats? But before we get that big bad guy, or whoever's going to be that big bad that replaces Thanos, I think that they're, with Kang the Conqueror, they're going the right way. Doctor Doom, like having those little, pushovers for the heroes. So I'm excited. I'm excited for what we're gonna see in Phase Four with the series, and the movies and all in between.
I believe like most people. I mean, like personally, I'm not really a comic book reader, even though I have some. I have a little one, but I'm honest. I'm always following the movies. And once I heard about Can the Conqueror, I started reading about him. And of course, there's a lot of variation of him in the comic books and how he becomes that person because he traveled different timelines. He actually has the same person traveling. So, for example, I'm Kang, but he goes to 1950 and he's Kang. So we have two Kangs already. So that's the way he works. So he can manipulate time so many ways. That's why he's one of the most powerful villains in the MCU, following Thanos. There's a new comic book. I do have the picture going. Let me see right here. I did find it. Let me see if I can see it. That the Avengers and Thanos eventually are working together to stop him because Kang the Conqueror is just against him, like finding the different ways because he can travel in time before even they get born, kill them. So they come to Thanos, and Thanos agreed to help. They don't care about Thanos doesn't care about the Avengers, but he actually this comic book is gonna be soon in digital if you guys want to buy it. So it's called Merch Strike Can Congressman Hack for time team up with the Avengers, but things don't end well for the cosmic being. So it's crazy though. This is how it happens. I have the image here. This is for you. This is how he goes back in time and he destroys him. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Um, but
Not
again,
only that, but one aspect of Kang that makes him, in a way, probably a bigger threat, if we want to say that way, in terms of a bigger threat than Thanos, is that he manipulates time without one of the Infinity Stones.
yeah,
Thanos needed the Infinity Stones to be able to control every aspect of life. Reality, mind, time. Space. So he needed that. Kang, in terms of time, he doesn't need that Infinity Stones to be able to do that. So,
he
uh,
created the stuff because he's always it's all about technology.
yes,
So he goes all the way to the future. He actually is good in the future, and then he try to so some timelines. This is the crazy thing about Kang. He actually killed himself in the comic books many times in one of the timeline just to have less Kangs in the comics. That is how crazy it gets for him. Because he want to be the most powerful ever. But I'm with you, but I'm not right now on the Galactus thing. I believe it's gonna take a couple more years, hopefully, because I would just build it up. But I'm like maybe in 10 years, um, because I would like to see the X-Men first build up and all those people. Then he's like, this is how you end the NCU if you want to end it. Hopefully not, but because he's the almighty powerful. But I'm excited to see what happens, man. Overall,
as long as they don't give us that sneaky cloud as Galactus, as Fox did, We're gonna be okay if they end it or anything like that. But I'm excited. I think we haven't like speculated so much on who was gonna be that big bad, and I think that if there's something that we can give thanks in a way to not Kevin Feige, because he gets 90% of the credit, but at least Joss Whedon, who was the director of the first Avengers, is the fact that um, I don't know who came up with the idea of having that mid credit scene, but showing Thanos and being like, "Oh crap!" This is a multi-layered type of storyline, and being able, having the Russo brothers, ended the way that they did. It's so amazing, and that's why I think we're in this position right now, trying to figure out who's gonna be, and I'm excited. I'm excited for not only Phase 4, but five, six, seven, whatever, how many phases they want to call it.
Uh, this is crazy, man. I'm excited too. Like we got so many great stuff coming. And guys, thank you always tuning in. YouTube, obviously, we do it on Facebook. We have this show on Spotify as well. Again, we're trying our first live YouTube video. Again, hit that subscribe button in YouTube and hit that follow button overall. We're gonna keep creating this type of content even more with Luis and Les, and eventually Tony. We're gonna hold all the team together to keep bringing the type of content that you guys like. Um, Luis, what would like you what to do in the next show, just in case for fans, or what are you more interested? I know it's depending on the fans, but what are you more excited right now for looking for any type of movie or anything entertainment news?
Oh wow! Right now, in terms of what's sparking my interest right now is obviously the MCU. The way that they're building the storyline, and we're not even starting the movie timeline with it's gonna start next week with, thankfully, Black Widow on Friday. But how they're developing, and I think you talk about it. I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that one, where the way that they're building the secondary characters that probably would couldn't shine by themselves in a 2 hour, 2 hour and a half, 3 hour movie. The way that they're doing it with this series, it's so fantastic, and I love it. So that's one thing that is sparking my interest. Movie wise, Halloween Kills. I want to see that movie. I just love how they finally brought back John Carpenter, and creating this amazing storyline with Hollywood. Halloween Kills. And avoiding those close to 13 movies, I think, or 10 to 8 movies.
Yeah, it's tough.
I just love it how they just say, you know what, we're just gonna follow the original, and we create a new timeline. Space Jam coming
That's
July
true.
16th. Like we're gonna see that new iteration. If I'm not mistaken, and you can correct me, Ricky, I think they're saying it's not a direct sequel. It's just like another storyline in a way.
Yeah, like yeah, like you're right. I heard it's just making a new one. It's a separate, like just branching off. Just like thinking about like now I'm thinking about Loki, like another timeline, I guess, but the same vibe, I guess. Bigger
So
franchise.
yeah, I think I'm more excited of, because I think it has died down in terms of the Looney Tunes. I'm happy that in a way we're bringing them back to life,
Exactly.
because I haven't heard about Looney Tunes in, oh my god, I don't know how long. So I'm really excited also with Space M's a new legacy.
Yeah, we got Space
Don't
Jam.
Speak Two, I think is called, if I'm not mistaken.
What's the other one?
Don't Speak. Is it Don't Speak
Oh,
Two?
don't breathe. Don't breathe.
Don't Breathe. Yes, thank you.
Don't breathe.
Fantastic. And for that type of movie, I love the protagonist. Who is the evil guy from Avatar? Um, that
Oh
dude
yeah,
is
yeah,
great.
he's a great actor. He's a great actor. He's a great
My
actor.
God, I have not seen him in other genres like this one. And my God, he's amazing. I'm ready to see Don't Breathe 2 as well. So there's a lot of content that is coming out right now. Uh, that it doesn't involve comic book
No,
characters.
I'm actually excited to see because I watched the first one. I love escape rooms, and this is the movie called Escape Room. I saw the
Yeah,
first one. If you guys haven't seen Escape Room, go ahead and see it. It's fun, entertaining. The way they had to escape whatever situation they have to do. Um, Go ahead and see it. It's really fun. It's a great actress and actors. I was surprised when I watched the first one, but Escape Room 2 arrives mid July as well. And then, of course, we get another Mr. Night Shyamalan movie. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Old. It's when you get to the beach and all of a sudden the kids grow old really quick. So, horror franchise, horror people, we get a lot of nice stuff. Obviously, we're going to do our own reviews if we see it in this channel. So, please follow us. Like I said earlier, we're gonna do a lot of more content for sure with Luis and Les and everybody. Before we close, I'm just gonna show this picture to Luis because I saw it and I'm like, this is what I want to see. Eventually, when it ends, I want to see Mobius with the jet ski um, with his friend and everything. That will be fun. Really excited to see if that happens. I saw that on Twitter. And then, of course, he's my favorite right
While you
now.
get the picture, I hope that the jet ski is in the colors of Lightning McQueen.
Oh, right. That would be awesome.
Yes, in the style of Lightning McQueen with the lightning on the front, and in
That
a
would
way
be,
he's like a chow, or his famous phrases from most of the movies. Wow. So wishful thinking probably is not gonna happen, but
yeah.
it will be something funny if in a way the jet ski's like red and yellow like Lightning McQueen. So
Yeah, no doubt. But again, guys, we have another channel. We do Intentional Foul. That's our sports podcast as well. We're gonna do another show really soon. I know we forgot about that. We like to talk about sports. Tomorrow, the NBA final starts. That's why we're gonna see the Phoenix Suns and the Milwaukee Bucks reaching the finals. So many great news to talk with Luis as well. We're gonna have that real soon. As soon we have that going, we will share it to everybody. Before we close, Luis, go ahead and do your closing arguments.
so many things. I'm gonna start, going off topic in terms of what we have spoke about today, but NBA Finals start tomorrow with the Phoenix Suns battling the Milwaukee Bucks. Um, so many first timers in that series, which I'm happy about in a way, but not
Yep.
really excited because of it wasn't the matchup that I wanted. Today could be possibly the end of for those fans that are a big fan of hockey, of the Stanley Cup Finals as well. So giving a little nod for ice hockey. And also, can't wait for episode 5. I know I'm probably gonna watch it after I get out of work because I go to work really early that day. But
Hey, at least you leave. What time you leave that day?
I think I'll be out of work around 6 o'clock. So
Yeah.
probably 7:30. I'm gonna probably gonna
Yo,
be
by
back.
the way, obviously be safe. Because I don't know, man. You gotta allow some
It all
workplaces.
depends. I could probably get a text from my leaders and be like, hey, don't show up. We'll cancel the train. Blah blah blah. Whatever it's the case. I'll probably sit back, relax, and watch the episode here. But so far, that will be the plan. Who
Yo,
is
let
it?
me know if you're off that day and we try to watch it together and do a spoiler thing.
Of course, you know that But yeah, also, I want to, figure out finally, like, hopefully, it
Oh
happens.
yeah.
Like, who's the big bad? Is it Ravona? Is it Miss Minutes? How many, Lokis are, in fact, in this timeline, how everybody knows about each other, So I'm really interested, to see what's going to happen in episode 5 of Loki. So I'm really, looking forward for Wednesday.
Awesome. Me too, man. Me too. Again, thank you, Luis. Very excited to hopefully do this again. Like I said, maybe this week at the end of the week. And thank you guys for everything. Follow us, subscribe, hit that like button. Um, and please, guys, keep sharing our content because we keep enjoying this because we do this for you guys as well as for us because we obviously are nerds. So let's keep having fun and see you guys soon.